Where are you, Sean?
Grace's parents' house.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Ah, so you're staying there for a few days, are you, or something?
Oh, it's like a couple of weeks because you know surveyors go into a place.
Yeah.
And they're meant to survey to find problems.
So sorry, I've got a bloody...
Unbelievable.
You're joking.
Jack's just walked out. He's got 3 seconds into my anecdote and he's gone, I can't do this again. And he's resigned from the pod. And it's just me and Sara. How's Juniper?
Oh, she's good. She's just attacking her bed right now.
Oh, good.
Jack's back.
Oh, he's back. He's changed his mind.
So sorry.
So you've decided to come back, have you?
Yeah, I'm very sorry, I was a delivery. Just typical timing, isn't it? Really sorry.
It's all right.
Rude, anyway.
No, yeah, Surveyor didn't think to look behind the bed. Difficult that, isn't it? To just check behind the bed for something.
And what did they find? What's there?
Damp. Loads of damp, obviously.
Oh,
Yay!
no.
Woohoo!
Oh.
So no update on what Mildred's like with moving house. Do you know what? I do think we've been here for over a week at Grace's parents, and she loves it and she loves them.
Yeah.
I've just got a feeling, it's just a feeling, I might be projecting it onto her, that she does miss home a bit. Like, I'll tell you what, I just took her for a walk there. She's reluctant to go for walks. She's never reluctant to go for walks.
That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah,
at home.
She's just slightly out of sorts because she's not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah.
And, has she been to the new house with you yet?
No.
Okay, right. So... Yeah, it's difficult. I guess it won't resolve for a few days, will it? Until you're actually in.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're having work done, are you first?
Yes, the damps go. Yeah, good. It's sorted. I offered to do it myself actually, but
of course. Yeah, but Grace said no.
Yeah, Grace said no. Yeah, rather sensibly. But we had a bit of drama actually in the week.
Go on.
What happened?
I have to say I wasn't here for this, so I'm exempt from all responsibility. Okay, it's very important.
It's quite rare for drama to happen without you there, isn't it? So I'm interested to hear what happened.
Precisely, exactly. So no pointing fingers in this direction this week. But well, Mildred threw up.
Right.
And it looked like she had thrown up what Grace described as like a banana. Kind of looked like a banana. But she assumed it was a banana. It was a bit odd. Kind of sludgy banana.
Yeah.
And then later that day, Grace's dad found an empty packet of butter under the table, hidden away in the corner of the room. And they had left the butter too close to the side on the kitchen. She's jumped up and nabbed it and ran away with the butter and then paid the consequences, actually, thrown up.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Poor Mildred, she must have felt ghastly. Can you imagine eating a whole packet of butter and then thinking, why did I do that? Oh no, I feel terrible.
I know. And the size, when you think about the size of Mildred.
Yes.
It's like us eating, I don't know, I mean, like a washing machine size.
Well, weight for weight, that's like probably eating 3 packets of butter, isn't it? So that's almost like going for a posh French meal.
Yeah. So yeah, her tummy was rough for the following maybe day and a half actually, and she's better now. I took her for a walk this morning, and she did a solid. And she's so awful, guys. I don't think Juniper and Dolly have this.
What's that?
She's such a scavenger, Mildred. I've not looked into if it's a cockapoo thing, but my God, I took her for a walk this morning. I turned round. I'm not even looking at my phone. I'm just, staring into the distance. I turn around. Her head, she's on, her back feet, and her head is in the bin.
Oh, yes.
Mildred! Mildred! Get out of the bin! Oh, dear.
Does Juniper scavenge, given a chance?
Well, you know that she's a bit partial to a lump of poo here and
Oh yeah.
along
Okay.
the
Yeah.
walk.
Mm.
No, she's not too bad, but I do have to keep. I mean, I've got eyes on her all the time. I wouldn't just ignore her for a minute because she could do something like that. So yeah, I wouldn't trust her. No.
No.
Okay.
I can just imagine Mildred though, having nabbed that butter, being absolutely delighted, just so happy she's got the butter,
Yeah.
and then paying those consequences later. Poor thing.
Butter. Let's go.
It's like how you feel after something like a KFC bucket.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you finish that last chip, you just go, "What have I done?
Yeah.
Why do I do
That's
this to
probably
myself?"
It's funny because Dolly won't. She really will not. She won't take food. You can leave food in front of her if it's ours, and she will not touch it.
What?
But then she'll want you to give her little bits of it, but she won't touch it. You know, you can leave the room and she won't go near it because she just But we have had, you know, especially Barney, our first Dachshund. I remember we stayed in a funny little hotel in Devon. It was a bit like 40 Towers, really, and we were all having breakfast in the little restaurant room, and I think we were the last in the room, and then when we left, we just left all the plates on the table, and someone said, "I think you better go and check Barney." And we went back through, and Barney had gone through to the restaurant and was standing on the table, cleaning off all the tables, or all the plates, egg and bacon, and all the bits of leftover and stuff. Yeah.
I hope he got paid.
And he had to sort of wrestle him away. Get up! I found stuff here. It's treasure. I can't believe my luck. There's bits here, toast, marmalade, the whole lot is really getting into it.
Oh, what a feast.
Yeah, full English. But yeah,
I would love to know from our listeners, and we might have asked something like this before, but if you've had any mishaps with your dogs eating the wrong thing, I would love to know.
I can well imagine there's going to be a lot of response to that.
Do you know? Here's a little test for you. I'll put you both on the spot.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to look this up. Maybe before the next episode. Do you know off the top of your head what dogs are allergic to? That is I'm really happy with my question.
What a great idea. Do you know? Do you know the answer?
I know. Well, obviously we all know chocolate.
Chocolate's not good for them.
Got to keep chocolate away from the dogs.
Nurofen, we know. Yeah, but I think obviously chocolate's not good for them. But I Barney again. He had a whole box of chocolates. And really came to know it. I mean, I think he was probably sick, but we found him on the sofa, just surrounded with all the wrappers, and
Barney's such a character.
He was a terrible dog. He was a terrible dog. He would disappear, and I've got all sorts of stories about him. I remember we stayed at my parents' once, and we were in the garden, and suddenly next door's chickens were flying over.
Oh my God.
I know. And I was thinking, that's funny. Chickens don't usually fly. Where's Barney? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now I know raisins and grapes.
Good shout.
Raisins and grapes. Allergic to grapes, you think?
Well, I think they're very poisonous.
Well, hang on.
to them.
So maybe allergic's a bit extreme here. But
Darcy loved a grape. Darcy.
Really?
Yeah, she loved a grape. Yeah,
what?
We used to call her a little fruit bat because she loved having a grape.
I really don't think you're meant to give dogs grapes.
It did them no harm. No.
Did them no harm. That's amazing because I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones.
Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway.
Okay, well done.
I think it is for most dogs, but I think, like you say, some dogs can get away with it. Onions as well are supposed to be bad for them.
Onions, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
But that confuses me because sometimes people will say, "Oh, my dog ate a lasagna," and you think there's onions in that.
That's true. Should be if it's properly made. Yeah.
So I don't know how people get away with that. But yeah, onions. I do know this only because I more recently got a dog than you two. So obviously I did a bit more research into this. So
heroin. They don't feel great.
No, I don't like that so much.
So you don't. Oh, this is why you're well researched here. This is why you know them.
Yeah, because I just wanted to be really careful with that, because obviously raisins is quite a thing with having younger kids. Like they'll eat that quite a lot, so I have to watch that. And also if they drop their sweets or anything like that, I have to be really careful. Yeah. Although she's had a nerd before. One of those very toxic looking sweets, but she was okay.
I, by the way, had the cake that Nikki brought us. For our birthday episode. I really enjoyed that cake. That was if people didn't hear that episode, but Nikki made us these lovely little cupcakes. Are they cupcakes?
Yeah,
they are, aren't they? Yeah. And they're all decorated to look like our respective dogs. Yeah. So I ate mine when I got home. We'd had a sort of nice lemony icing in it.
Yeah.
But Dolly loved it. She had a little bit. Because I said, Dolly, this is probably not what you meant to give a dog, but she loves sponge cake.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she loves a bit of Victoria sponge, anything like that. But so, and she thought, I said, come on, this is Bake Off quality here you've got. So, which it was. And it was very good. Yeah.
She loved it. She's not going to be able to drop down now to Mr. Kipling.
No, she will.
She's going to be furious.
Yeah, she'll say it's not as nice as Nikki's. Get her on again.
And we will get her on again, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At the request of Dolly.
And it was Josie who very kindly left me. She's been a fan of the show and has listened in, and she left me 3 lovely bottles of her apple juice. I was in Wales. And they were left at the stage door with a nice note. So there's one for you. You've got a bottle each. Which next time I see you, I'll bring it. That's really kind of her, wasn't it? Really nice.
Yeah, lovely.
So,
next time if people are going to offer gifts, could I just have the money? Please. Thank you.
Yeah. Seann is usually out by stage door with his cap. So it's...
it's just to contribute towards the damp.
Yeah, whatever you think it was worth. Oh, that makes it easy.
Oh, that's very nice. Why apple juice?
Well, because that's what she makes. She makes apple juice.
She makes apple juice.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It wasn't a kind of weird present that she went into Lidl and thought, I'll get them each a bottle of apple juice. No, she makes it.
Right, understood.
Yeah,
thank you very much. You must have had some, over the years, you must have had some odd gifts, perhaps, turn up in the dressing room?
Yes. Okay. Have you ever had a portrait done for you? I've had portraits done of me, and it's always disconcerting because when I look at it, all I can imagine is someone in a prison cell painting it. So it always looks like you think, why else would you have that much time on your hands? That's very uncharitable. People are very sweet, and they're
very sweet. I once got past and this wasn't just exclusively for me. This person very kindly knitted comedians. There might even be one of you, Jack. Do you know about this?
No, I don't know about knitting. Okay.
Yeah. So there's someone passed me during a show, a knitted effigy of myself, and it was wearing trousers. And if you pulled the trousers down, there was a winky.
That's too much detail. Why would you do that? That's so strange.
So, you're worried about someone having the time to sketch out a picture of your face.
That's not one of those dolls that you get given in court, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Sara, make us behave, please.
Okay,
yes.
Well, I'll just share that I once did get a letter from somebody in prison.
Did you?
I did. When I was on Radio 1, and it came to Radio 1, and I'm reading this letter, and I thought it was quite funny, but my boss was really concerned, actually, because it was saying things like, the time that we walked around such and such park, I'd never been to this park, and it was also saying that they were out soon, right? And that we would be meeting up. But fortunately, I was moving to Australia. Yeah. So I managed to get away. From prison.
Was that why you moved to Australia?
I was on the run.
That's quite disconcerting. That's a bit too weird, isn't it?
It was, yeah. Yes. I think I was just young and thought it was funny, but actually, it was a bit worrying.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No. I was meant to tell you, just whilst I remember, I was meant to tell you last week that Michelle was looking after. Sorry, that reminds me. I've got I said I've got a feeling Mildred misses home.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think she misses Michelle a bit. She sees Michelle.
Yeah.
Every couple of times a week she'll see Michelle.
Oh,
She's not seen Michelle for a week. But so before we recorded our last episode, Michelle looked after Mildred, and because it was Wilder's birthday, and myself and Grace took Wilder to the Paddington Experience.
Oh, very good.
It was very nice.
Was it fun? Did
was fun.
Did Wilder like
Wilder it? Absolutely loved it. She got to meet Paddington at the end of it.
Excellent.
And what it is, it's one of these things where actors play the characters from the story, and how it works is you're grouped with you're the purple group, and there's kind of six or eight of you, and you go through into the Paddington Experience.
Yes.
And it's done in stages. So the first stage is you're on a train, and then the next stage you walk through the door, and then you're on the street.
I see.
So on and so forth.
Okay, yeah.
We do the train, we get out of the train, and we're stood in the street, we met another one of the characters, and then I realise I've left my phone in the previous stage.
No.
Yes. And so I wait for the section to end, and I quickly nip through the door to grab my phone back on the train, and lo and behold, the next group of people have started the experience. So I've now entered the world of Paddington. All these children turn to face me, and the actor playing the ticket inspector is, mid monologue. I had no idea. I just stood there, and they all turned to me, and I thought, I don't want to ruin the children's dream. I don't want to ruin the illusion. So I thought, I've got some experience, and I'll
do 10. I'll do 10. Have you ever noticed? Go on.
Well, I thought, Seann, you've been in this, you've got the audience, you've got the lights. Act quickly, and Jack and Sara will act. I did.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I bet. Yeah.
I said, I can't find Paddington. And the actress looked absolutely shocked.
Yeah.
She just stood there, rabbit in the headlights, and I saw my phone, and I grabbed my phone, and I said, I found Paddington's phone! I'll give it to him when I find him! And I'm looking at the actor playing the ticket inspector, and we've made eye contact. We're there in the scene. I think there's chemistry, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, it's your line.
Yeah.
Right, you can wrap this up and end scene, and I'm out of here. And it's her line, and it's the drum roll, and you can feel the tension. And she says, "Can you leave now, please?"
Wrap it up, she did. There's probably a podcast out there of actors talking about, when I worked on the Paddington Experience, and this bloke came in, and thought he'd join in, and totally ruined the experience for the children.
Hey, Seann, I've done this with the kids. We did it at Christmas. And I know exactly the part you're talking about.
Yes,
so I can imagine, because you're going to a destination, so the fact that somebody would be walking back into the train is a bit strange. Plus, you wouldn't have been in costume.
Yeah.
So...
Well, they don't know the costume.
They don't know.
Really? It's quite Paddington, though. It's quite... I mean, you did know who the actors were. You weren't like, oh, that person could be an actor sitting next to me. You did know who the actors were. So I think,
the characters were,
yeah. I just love the fact that the other person couldn't improv with you at all. They just get out.
Totally refused.
All I ever think about with Paddington is that, because the children loved Paddington as well when they were small, and we bought them one of those Paddington bears, and it actually ran through my mind when we bought it that hopefully at some point those boots and the duffel coat will fit the kids. We'll get some use out of that as well, and then Paddington can have them back. Obviously, we're way off subject here, aren't we?
We are. Excuse me. I do apologise.
No, it's fine. It's good.
Great. I love that story.
We've got we've got emails. We've got voice notes. We've got it all.
We heard from Iona when she got in touch before and told us about painting her dog in the garden when she was 4. you remember that story. But she's so we've heard back from her. So can we?
Wonderful.
Can we play that in, Sara?
Oh. Iona here, and I just wanted to wish you all the best and happy 2nd my dog birthday.
Oh.
And here's to many more.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you very much, Iona. That's a lovely message, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm glad to. How old is Iona now, do we think?
I think she's 16, and she got permission from her parents, and she's got permission again, Seann, because she's going to come and see you this week. Do your show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's got a painted picture of Dolly, Mildred, and Juniper to give to you.
That would be nice.
How lovely. I'll
one to look forward to.
I look forward to that.
We'll put that up on the website. That's going to be very nice. Very nice to hear from Iona. And then there's a PS on the end of that. Yeah, she says, I painted a picture of Dolly, Mildred, and Juniper to give to Seann.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to ask Seann to give you and Jack the ones of Juniper and Dolly.
We'll see about that.
Well, we'll see about the apple juice. Because I'm going to see his comedy show on the 27th. I mean, if you still feel like giving him a present after the show, then I would wait until you've seen the show before you commit. No, I'm sure it'd be great. Lovely to hear from Iona.
That's very nice. So we've got a voice note from Rebecca Drever, who wants to tell us more about the Blue Cross charity.
Hi Jack, Seann and Sara. My name is Rebecca, and I have 2 dogs, Margot the miniature Dachshund and Barbara the Jack Russell Terrier. I am a volunteer with the Blue Cross, which is a UK-based pet charity. We go into schools and give talks on pets and their needs, pets and our well-being, and dog safety. Dog safety talks to young children are very popular and aim to be fun and interactive with some key lessons for children to remember, including safety at home with dogs we know, remembering that all dogs are different and it's important to give dogs a choice, and what to do if a dog approaches you and you're a little uncertain or uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
If you or any of your listeners are interested in finding out more or having an education volunteer deliver a session at school, visit www.bluecross.org.uk. Love to Dolly, Mildred and Juniper.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. Sounds that's really interesting. So I'd like to hear what a bit more about what gets said in those talks, and what kind of information you can pass on to children about how to deal with dogs. It's a really important issue because you quite often get dogs come tearing up to you and your dog, and it's quite clear that they don't know. It's not their fault, but they don't know that that's probably not the best way. And sometimes the parents don't know either to sort of say, don't go and talk to a dog or stroke a dog before you know that the owner has said that's okay. But then I have to say, quite a lot of children say, is it all right if I stroke your dog?
I know.
That's the best way.
Recently that's been great. One of the things I love about doing this, and it's kind of, I didn't really think forward in terms of the other benefits that you get from doing this, but it's been lovely knowing that there's a kind of community out there that really care about dogs and go the extra. Obviously we love our dogs, and obviously we love our own dogs, and then that gives you an affection for other dogs and whatnot, but the extra care and the extra lengths that people go to support dogs and dogs' well-being. We've had so many guests come on and talk about what they do to save dogs, to protect dogs. It's wonderful. It's really
very
sweet.
Good. I didn't know that the Blue Cross did stuff like that, actually, because I'd always thought it was just providing veterinary care for people who, perhaps can't afford to do that for themselves. But to actually provide that sort of educational background for kids and so it's really helpful, really good thing to have done. Yeah.
And I thought it was important to get Rebecca on, because you remember the time when Jack thought I should go into the school and tell kids how to approach
Oh yes.
There are actual people that do that.
Yeah,
so it's really good.
Thank you for that voicemail, Rebecca. And we had a message from Charlotte about their lab, Richard, who ate a rubber ball and had to have surgery. I think it was some time ago, wasn't it? Well, Charlotte thinks we should have an award for the dog who's eaten the most random thing. This is about, because we're talking about the nominating awards, Oh My Dog Awards, and what the category should be. So actually quite a good idea, Charlotte. I'd quite like to hear from other people whose dogs have eaten weird things. But I think perhaps Mildred wins the award this week, at least.
This week,
I mean, a packet of butter, you can't... You can't go more random or inappropriate than that, really.
I wonder, did the rubber ball? Oh my God, Richard had to have surgery.
Yeah,
to remove
it's okay.
The ball.
He soon bounced back.
Bravo.
Sorry.
No, top marks. I like
Brilliant.
it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a voice note.
Jack, Seann and Sara, absolutely love listening to your podcast. My son had his maths homework book out. He left it on the kitchen table, and the next morning we came down and Richard had destroyed most of the book. And my son had to go to school and actually say, yes, the dog did eat my homework. And then I had to actually talk to the teacher because they thought my son was joking.
Yeah.
And I had to then verify that, yes, Richard had eaten my son's maths homework. So anyway, I just think you're all brilliant. We're up in Leeds, so if you ever want to do a live show up here, let us know, because we'd love you up here. Take care. Thanks.
Thank you. Lovely to hear from you, Charlotte. And I'm amazed that it actually has now happened that a dog did eat someone's homework. They've had such a bad reputation all these years, and now we know there is some truth in it.
Are you up in Leeds? Have you done Leeds yet? Are you up in Leeds?
Haven't done it on the tour yet, but I will be going up soon. I don't know when, but I will be.
There you go.
I'll be there.
Look out for that.
Yeah.
We also have an email. This is from Benji in Brighton. Benji says, hello, referring to being caught unawares talking nonsense to a little bundle of fluff on a lead. Walking Lola, a friend's jackapoo, in a beautiful and peaceful neighbourhood in Brighton, adopting my cutest little doggy voice, I called out to Lola, who was ahead, and I shouted, yoo-hoo, okay, my little sweetie cheeks. At which moment I shared the most intimate, unintended moment, glancing up and catching the eye of a hefty builder enjoying a sandwich in his van, window down. Unsighted of Lola or anyone else in the vicinity, there was a silence that lingered in the air far too long to be comfortable, a "is this really happening" moment, until we sheepishly broke gaze and I shimmied along on my way at pace. Awkward. Love the podcast. Looking forward to catching you on tour at the Brighton Dome, Jack. Seann, you're a nice little fish too. Benji, thank you, Benji. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, that's, some comedians, they aspire to, to play big rooms on tour, the Brighton Dome, 4 nights a week. I'm just happy with being a nice little fish.
Yeah, I've never heard that expression, really. Have you? Nice little fish.
No, but I'm keeping it.
I like it when you go up north and they call you duck. Do you know, there's a certain area, isn't it, where it's just, hello, duck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little fish. That's the name of my tour show.
Yes.
That's going to be Seann Walsh, a nice little fish.
Well, I got in touch with Benji because I love this story so much, and I asked him to give us a proper rendition of what he said and who it is.
Yeah, you gave my little sweet cheeks.
I think you got off light with this builder in his van. Probably a dangerous moment that you're not fully aware of, Benji. But good story, very good story. And I think most of us have been there. We get overheard talking to our dogs in that voice. It's a funny thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for all of the voice notes and the emaels.
Yeah, it's
appreciate
very good.
That.
Very good.
Well, before we go, what should we catch up on what we're planning on doing?
Yes, I think it's good. Let's let people know some of our plans in the not too distant future. We've got Goodworth coming up, which is the dog show at Goodwood, and we're going to be doing a live recording there, aren't we?
Yeah.
With an audience. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think it'll be...
Are you going to bring your dogs?
Well, I don't know if I will, actually. I don't know if I'll bring Dolly. Do you think, is Juniper going to come for that?
Do you know what? I might bring Juniper.
Yeah.
Because I think her breed is kind of special on that day. So I might bring her.
Oh, that's good.
But there's so many things for us to go round and enjoy. There's going to be things like there's a dog psychic.
Oh, yeah. Dog psychic.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got to get Jack on that. I want player cam, just cam on Jack's face.
I can't believe we've been doing the show for 2 years and we haven't spoken to a dog psychic yet.
I didn't even know they existed, a dog psychic.
What does a dog psychic do? How does it... What is that?
I think they're just telling you what your dog's thinking.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Jack doesn't need that.
I'm getting hungry vibes from your dog. Yeah. No, she says she fancies some chicken. No more butter. Okay, well, a dog psychic. That's the 17th of May. If you happen to be in West Sussex and or fancy travelling there to Goodwood to the Goodworth Dog Festival there.
And what else is there? What's bits and bobs? There's a dog psychic. Is it like Crufts?
It's like Crufts, as in people are there with their dogs, but I think it's a much more relaxed vibe. It's a bit of a kind of celebration of dogs and lots of fun things going on. Yeah. There's also, I think it's called the Ministry of Hound. So there's like a doggy disco.
Good. Oh, that's
my God.
Yeah, there's all stuff like that.
This is great.
It's brilliant.
What about puppy yoga?
I think there's probably that. Yeah, there's wellness there. There's all kinds of things to enjoy. So if people do want to come down, then they can come and see us and be in the audience when we do the live recording.
Yeah, and it should be really, really good. I think I'm looking forward to that. It's
will you do the puppy yoga, Jack?
I can't. No, I won't, because I don't think it exists apart from anything. I just think it's. I just think, come on, let's.
Please get in touch if you want to see Jack do yoga whilst puppies climb all over him.
Sean's just desperate for it not to be him this time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have you got a plan? Tell me now, is there some sort of stunt that I've got to commit to?
I don't want to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Just be there on the day. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to worry about. Just turn up.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I think we would like to do some live recordings, wouldn't we? And perhaps if the budget will stretch to it, go a bit further afield than we did. The one we did last year was in North London, but it would actually be quite nice to go, I don't know, up to Leeds or somewhere like that. It'd be good fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, like Charlotte said, she'd love that. Leeds or Manchester, be
Manchester,
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Well, get in touch. Get in touch if there's if we see a kind of extra demand for somewhere, we can head out to there. But as normal, thank you for listening to Mo Dog. We hope you're enjoying taking a deep dive with us into our love of dogs each week.
Yes, and please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at OMD Pod, and please do get in touch by emailing us at hello@omdpod.com, and find us on Instagram at OMD Pod. You'll find loads of extra content and videos there. You can send us your voice notes as well.
Don't forget to give us a 5-star review. That really helps us. So please do that. You can do that wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, a dog is for life, not just for podcasts.